Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Podcast and video, where we talk about digital marketing strategies to help grow your business. Today is going to be a very interesting topic for those of you who were tuned into the web and to the world of the Internet of Things last Monday, a week ago. Something very significant happened, and it's going to really be the framework of what we talk about in today's episode. So today's episode is about the Voice Interoperability Initiative and brand recognition in the new WWW. Now, the new WWW is not the World Wide Web. The new WWW is the wake word world. Wake words are what we have come to know today as the words that we use to engage our voice-activated devices. Whether we use words like Alexa or Amazon or Einstein. Did you know Einstein was a thing? It is. Einstein is actually Salesforce, one of the leading CRM customer. Thank you, Amazon. Einstein is Salesforce, which is one of the largest CRM manufacturer softwares really in the planet today. It is their voice activated device that, or wake engine, if you will, that powers access to the data that's available in their CRM, their customer relationship management software. So why does brand matter so much as we look forward into the new WWW, the new wake word world? Well, it matters a lot because you got to think about it. What's going to happen is we are going to continue to advance technology, the ability to operate inside of, which is what that word interoperability initiative. Now we're going to talk about this in a little more detail, what happened last week, but the ability to access multiple wake engines within a singular device. So here's what happened last week. Amazon partnered with over 30 manufacturers and large brands to come up and sort of create this coalition of manufacturers, technology platforms, entertainment brands to make sure that as we move forward, voice technology would really allow end users, consumers, allow us to not have to pick and choose one platform, that we could access multiple wake words, wake engines through a singular product. So some of the companies that are involved, obviously Amazon, BMW, Salesforce, as I mentioned, Spotify, Verizon, technology companies like Intel and Qualcomm. Those are, really the chip manufacturers that produce all of the technology that run all of our smartphones and are really the powerhouse and the memory chips in our devices. And so this idea or this sort of convergence of these 30 companies to form this, voice interoperability initiative, VII, if you will, I think is really a signal that there are multiple players in the game that are interested in. It's not just Google, it's not just Apple, it's not just Microsoft, and as I mentioned, Microsoft is actually one of the 30. So you've got this large group of people, companies and technologies and brands that are like, okay, we're going to come together to ensure that voice-enabled products provide consumers with access to, a multitude of wake word engines. And so that really, and the initiative itself is broken into kind of four sort of tenets, I guess, if you will. Number one is that the voice services would work seamlessly with others while protecting privacy and security, of course. Number two is building voice-enabled devices with choices and flexibility through multiple wake words or wake engines. Number three is releasing technology and solutions that make it easier to integrate multiple voice services on a singular product. That's number three. Number four, accelerating machine learning and conversational AI research to improve the breadth, quality, and interoperability of voice services. So those are kind of the four tenets of this VII, if you will. And when you have these brands coming together and forming this coalition where you've got automotive manufacturers, you've got memory chip technology companies, you've got product e-commerce companies like Amazon, you've got productivity software companies like Microsoft, entertainment companies and telecom communications like Verizon. This is a big signal. I mean, this is almost like in government where, if in the past, one side of the aisle, the Republicans or the Democrats, if one was blocking the other from, allowing something to move forward in progress because it favors one side or the other. This is a signal of a bipartisanship, if you will, because you have all these players that have come together to make sure that voice-enabled devices and being able to access simultaneously multiple wake word engines is really important. So, okay, what does this mean? What does this mean for you and I? If you're a business owner, and it doesn't matter if you're a small business owner or if you run a Fortune 500 company, at the end of the day, what's really happening is your brand recognition is absolutely paramount. And here's why. Because when it comes to asking for something on your device, you are very specific in what you ask for. Right now, I might say, Alexa, play Coldplay on Pandora.
Coldplay radio from Pandora.
Right? She's going to crank up my music. Notice I mentioned the very brand specific Coldplay on the very specific app that I was looking for. And so again, you can kind of see if you're pulling in, podcasts from Spotify, and if you're pulling in, customer relationship business entities from your CRM database. Alexa, stop. You can really see how all of this data being available together as a multiple data point set with multiple wake word engines, brand really does matter. Okay, so if you think about it this way, the old WWW, right, the World Wide Web, to game the system there, you had to think about what people were searching for without the name recognition, right? Like, so you wanted to be found if someone didn't know your name, so like if I was just looking up digital marketing Tallahassee, because I wanted to be found, because that's the city my company is based in, and that's the service area that we provide, that would be the strategy of dominating the old WWW. But the new WWW, which is again, this wake word world, where we're going to say a specific brand or a specific product and ask for that, whether it's a location, whether we're trying to order something, whether we're trying to play music, we're going to ask for it by name, right? And if we don't, here's what's going to happen. The big players, right? Like for instance, if I'm not going to say, Amazon, I want to order a pizza. what's going to happen there is the big boys like Domino's and, Pizza Hut and, Papa John's are going to be at war with one another, who can buy, that spot on that wake engine in order to serve their ad first, because they're paying for that placement, right? So it's really important, like here locally, Gain Street Pies is a phenomenal pizza franchise where they've got a couple of locations. Their pizzas are amazing. I want to say, Amazon, order me Gain Street Pies. But I have to know Gain Street Pies. Now, how do I know that? Well, I've been there. I follow their content on social media. The owner happens to live 3 blocks from me. It becomes very personal. It becomes very localized. But again, at the end of the day, it's all about brand. It's all about the fact that, I recognize that name brand. It's, in my world, it's a household name because it's in my universe, right? And so how do you do that? How do you become a household name in someone's universe, in someone's world that they live in a very localized way? You have to create content. You have to be on multiple platforms. You can't just be on Facebook. You can't just be on Instagram or Snapchat or LinkedIn or YouTube. Like, you literally need to be everywhere. Here's the thing, most businesses are not going to make the investment to do that because it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of money. But guess what? If success was so easy, everyone would do it, right? And there's a lot of companies out there that throw wasted dollar after wasted dollar on, buying billboards and TV commercials that are, largely being ignored. Because when we're driving down the road, we look at our devices, unfortunately, or when a commercial comes on, heck, we don't even see a commercial because we've got it on demand and we skip through that, or what have you. I mean, at the end of the day, if your company is not investing digital content at scale to elevate, to lift your brand recognition, yeah, I get it. You need to sell widgets today and in the next 60 days. And that's great as long as your long-term business plan only includes the next 90 days. I mean, I get that. But if you have a long-term play, if you want to be in business for the next decade, you need to really be thinking about digital content at scale in order to lift your brand recognition across multiple platforms. So, we've talked about on this episode, on this podcast video series multiple times, how to create, digital content at scale, how to take long form video like I'm producing today and cut it up into, medium content, short content, micro content, individual visual slides, long form written content, and then being able to take this single piece of content and then publish it across multiple platforms in a multitude of media variety, in written word, in audio format, as well as video format. That is how your brand can leverage brand recognition in the new WWW, right? And that's why it matters. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Digital Marketing Podcast. My name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Hope you guys have a great week and tune in next time.